live to Giants Sports Talk Live, the 7th inning stretch. Join your hosts, Eric, Glenn, and Lou. Game days for the 7th inning stretch as we go live and close out the game with you, the fan. Your home for the best Giants post-game reaction, the morning report, and in-depth coverage of Major League Baseball on the Giants Sports Talk Live pregame show. And now, the 7th inning stretch.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Eric, Giants Sports Talk Live. Here we are going into extra innings. So, hey, let's just see what's going on here in Tampa Bay. Can the Giants escape this road trip without getting swept? We are now in extra innings. Walker came in the ninth and absolutely was disastrous. He got himself out of a jam with some luck over there at third base. Matt Chapman was able to pick it at third and double off the guy over there at third. So it was an unassisted double play, and he was able to get out of that inning. But look what we got here. Giants are already down to their last out in the 10th inning. Score is tied 1-1. Willie Adames is at second base. Jung-Hoo Lee flied out to center. Drew Gilbert popped out to the shortstop. We are now, it's going to be up to Haas. Can Haas come in with a big hit and put the Giants ahead, and then maybe see if they can hold off in the bottom of the 10th? I honestly, or was it was in the 8th? 8th. No, it was in the 9th. What are you talking about? It was in the 9th inning. It saved it. It was in the 9th. No, it was the 8th. I'm sorry. Anthony, I'm sorry. It was the 8th. What's up, Glenn? I see you're popping in here as well. Lou's going to be here with us shortly.
Are we live?
We're live, man.
All
We're
right.
live.
All right. I was just, you must have just went live. I looked in a minute ago. You weren't there. Okay.
I wanted to get in here because there was already getting pitches in, and I was like, let's see if they could do anything. As you could see, nothing happened. So we go into the bottom of the 10th. 1-1, Glenn.
I'm aware. I'm aware of what I saw in the 8th inning. We'll be talking about a bit later on. Why was he in the 8th inning today? Are they just they're discombobulated, man. They're just
Walker doing Walker things. I'm done with Walker. I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm done with Walker.
Yeah. Again, no accountability. Dude, how many times does he have to fail before you just say we have an issue?
Well, I'm gonna talk about that too. Anyway. Later in the show when we get into the post game, but right now we'll just see what happens here. I'm not feeling good here at the bottom of the 10th. I'm not.
I'll give you a reason why I'm not. If you follow this Tampa Bay team, Eric, if you follow this team at all, and I enjoy watching this Tampa Bay team even when they're not playing the Giants. Giants better get something done here in the 10th inning, because who is going to be at second base?
Yeah, I know who's going to be at second base. I know exactly.
In the bottom of.
And the do-ups, and look at the do-ups. You got Caminero, Aranda, and Velade. Caminero is 1 for 2. Aranda is 3 for 4. It ain't going to be easy, and I wonder who's going to take it. Is it going to be Killian? You throw Killian out there again for the 10th? Who else do you have? I don't know. You don't have anybody else, man.
I don't know, guys. I'm just glad I saw you back. I told the boys yesterday, Eric goes, that's it. I'm taking the day off. I don't want anything to do with this.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. Let me fix this. I don't know why it does this occasionally. How's that? Does that sound better? Nope, not that one. What's the one?
There it is. Chandler's at second.
There we go.
I beg your pardon. See, everything's behind. Everything's behind now. We come in. I missed the top of the 10th, to be honest now with you. I thought the Giants had to score. We're in trouble.
That's why I wanted to get in here, because I didn't know if the Giants were going to do anything, and that's why I fired it up.
Bingo.
But
I'm running about 2 minutes behind.
It's all good. Killian is in there again for his second appearance. Ooh, what did they do? Intentionally walked, so that we're setting up the
double play.
Play. Wait a second.
That just, I don't know. Is that smart baseball, Eric, or does that just reek of desperation?
No, I think it kind of is, because because somehow Simpson's getting to third base, so you might as well try to get 2 outs out of it if you can. But again, you're facing Aranda, and that guy is already 3 for 4. Dude, I don't know. I'm not liking what may happen here. But again, it's baseball. Let's see how this all pans out here. Let me bring this up a little bit.
1-1, bottom of the 10th. You do have Simpson. Could they try to double steal, Eric? I mean,
they could. Hey, this is the Rays. They could do that, man. They could absolutely
pressure. Just the pressure.
Yeah,
it's got to be on the Giants now. With
you know what?
Second base. Speed kills, man.
I'm trying to see if they did a catching change. No, it's still Haas. I thought maybe they'd bring in Bailey. Game over.
What the hell happened there? Down the line.
Game over.
What happened? Oh, I'm getting notifications.
It was Aranda. Yeah. Looks like Aranda hit a freaking. So much for that. Yep, singles on a fly ball.
Short and sweet. Well, that was fun.
Let's get into the post game.
And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Good Lord. You know what? Where's the hell's it at?
I'm going with the funeral. We had a funeral yesterday, Eric.
Hold on, let me find it. I gotta
ready to
find
bury
it.
the body.
Where the hell is it at? Where the hell is it at? Let me do this. It's right. Actually, let's do this one. Hold on. Give me a minute here, guys, and I'll do this stuff. Hold on. I can't do it yet. Never mind. The hell with it. We're just going to go with it.
We'll go with our funeral. How about that?
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. Yep. Let's do that.
We had a moment of silence off the top of the show yesterday. I don't know what to do today. I mean, we're using all the gimmicks. I mean, we do this every day, Eric?
Yeah. It's what it feels like.
We all wore black. We all wore black anyway for the funeral. Good. Hi, Lou. Good to see you back, pal. You look good.
Oh, shit. I got to get here. Sorry, I wasn't even ready.
It's all good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Glenn, I love your show. I was on an airplane when it first started. You were rolling. And then you brought Chardot on, told him not what to say. And, of course, the guy didn't know what you were doing. It was classic.
Well, check the comments after the show. One guy said how much I sucked. Well, I thought he meant the Giants. Lou, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me now?
Mic check. There you go.
Mic check. There you go.
Why do I hear other stuff? Well, there we are.
Yeah, you guys hearing that? Is that you guys with the organ?
Yeah. I'm just editing. I'm editing the title of this.
Well, Lou, I think we could put yesterday's show back on a replay and tell you basically how much the team is. It blows, man.
Can I ask you guys a question? Maybe Tony V should take notes. Did you see what Toronto? First of all, it should have never gone to extra innings. They got lucky. And second of all, did you see what Tampa Bay did in the? Was it the 7th or the 8th? It was the in the bottom of the 8th. Mm-hmm. 2 straight bunts.
Yeah,
2 straight bunts. Why do we never bunt? We have a guy at second, nobody out. Of course, we can't even get the ball fucking anywhere. We don't bunt. When a team doesn't score, you got to bunt. You got to create a run, and we don't. Tony V's concept thinks we're still in college. I mean, absolutely pathetic. And then the one thing, I was so upset yesterday because I wrote a comment on Facebook. I'm sick and tired of all Giants fans being homers. It's gotten out of control. I did a little thing saying, hey, guys, looks like it's a long season. Someone needs to blame. Let's forget ownership. But now we're stuck with guys for 4 years. I think Buster needs to be held responsible. And the whole thing blew up. I had over 120 people saying, you don't know Jack. I go, stop being a homer. You're worse than KMBR. And the guy goes, I don't listen to KMBR. I go, well, you should, because it's like I'm talking to you right now. It's just unbelievable. You know, and by the way, and I know Eric will bring this up, and I'll just be rolling. I'm going to be sort of negative today since I was gone. Thanks for holding the fort.
I get it.
Thanks for holding the fort. And Can you guys compliment how many homers we did this road trip?
Oh man, don't even get me started on that one.
Homers.
Zero. In Citizens Bank and in Tampa Bay, the Tropicana, you can't even hit one home run.
I thought Friday night, Lou, when I watched the game, I brought it up yesterday, just in passing. I said that if you're a guy who's got any pop in the bat and you go to that stadium, you think you must be salivating. But no, of course, this team can't even take advantage of a field. What's our record? I believe we've got now today officially twice as many losses on the road as we have wins. I think we're 6-12.
Oh, you're talking about on the road, right. Road record?
And our home record isn't much better. So, I mean,
we're 13-21, guys. Let that sink in. 13-21.
I know. When I was
we are getting closer to being 10 games under 500 than getting to 500, man.
Hey, Lou, what did I say yesterday? If this was back in the old days of baseball, go back 20 years, and you had to win the division to make the playoffs, we're done.
Yeah, we'd already have the X by us. Yeah, and then that's why I kept commenting. I know it might have been Thursday or Friday. I said, I guess Glenn was close when I said he thought it would be 11-20, and they were 13-18. And then the other thing is I kept saying, hey, guys, before this road trip happened, Eric goes, hey, it was 4-2, but Lou brings up a good point. We're going on the road, and it's who you play when you play.
When you play them.
I go, Tampa Bay is hot, and they're going to make you work. And I said,
I was worried about Tampa Bay.
Philly just got rid of their coaches. They were going to turn it around. And Glenn goes, they have a better offense than us. Watch them do it. And 0-6 is a disgrace. And will you guys stop?
That's a disgrace.
I wrote one comment last night on Glenn because we had to take off, so I had to take it off. But I even said, Glenn, I think you paid too much, $5 for your tickets. Because, now they're advertising the 501.
Today is your last day. Today is the last day for 501s. Lou, while you were away, Lou, I was rolling. I was bathing in dollar bills and 20s because I told Eric on Friday.
Bet the under.
Bet the under on Sunday because they scored yesterday.
Yeah.
And take a loss, the sweep. So I cleaned house. I got all three right.
I've been betting.
They're easy money, Lou. They're easy money.
I've been betting Giants run lines the whole road trip. And I've been winning. So
easy money, man. This team.
All right. Well, it should be fun today with all three of us.
And look at this. Maybe can I bring this up, please? Because this is a problem. We went 0-6 on the road trip. Three of them were blown by the bullpen.
Why does he bring Walker
honestly,
in the
we should be finishing 500 at the minimum. We should be finishing 500 on this road trip. But you had Walker in Philadelphia in that first game in the doubleheader. Then you had Wynn in the second game of the doubleheader. And now you got Walker again in the 8th inning in Tampa Bay. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. I've seen enough. I've seen enough, man. You can't.
Eric, you've been bringing that up.
When the team isn't hitting, you got to have those guys who are in those positions of closing it down to close it down. And I
don't like the way he's working the bullpen.
My God. Oh yeah. It's just,
why Walker in the 8th in a tie game? This is a game you got to win. Now there's
you got to win it.
And again, I think, one of the comments I said early was we were spoiled by Bochy, but Tony V has no clue how to work the bullpen. Why he brings Walker in at all in a high leverage thing. And then, by the way, he only gave up the one run. It could have been a lot worse. If Chapman doesn't catch that, it could have been another 3-run. It's like, dude, DFA him, or you know what? He's your last resort.
I've seen. Look, I'd rather see Joe Schmo coming out of the bullpen than seeing Ryan Walker at this time. You cannot go to him. Especially in a great point, Lou. Not in a high leverage. Look, if the Giants were up, by 4 runs or something, and you needed to get some work underneath. Okay, I get it. But not exactly dilated second. Not when you're winning by a 1 run, and that 1 run was only 1 run. It wasn't like it was 5-4 or 7-6. It was 1-0. The lineup was scuffling. So you gotta push the right buttons. And Glenn, I want to let you go because I want to talk about Tony Vitello. Right, we got to talk about Tony Vitello right now, and look, and I'm not going to sit here and shit on him. It's an observation. But Glenn, go for it, man.
No, just we talked about it in the green room. I couldn't understand that pitching move. It just reeks of desperation, Eric. Every time I watch a Giant game, You know, they say when you watch a ball game, you'll see something, or you go to the ballpark, you'll see something that you haven't seen before. I'm seeing the same crap over and over. And I'm seeing this team, it just reeks of desperation. And the problem I have, Lou, while you were away, is this Giant team, do you honestly, unless you're Robert Rothberg and you're 1 in a million, it's like finding a fossil in your backyard. Do you see them turning it around and look at the Phillies. The Phillies played us. They swept. They've won 6 in a row. They changed manager. They just swept 2 series. They won again today by a final of 7-2. I can't see the Giants. Other channels saying, "Well, you know, they're gonna get hot." I mean, it's
how are they going to get hot with their personnel? How?
Why do you have any expectations they're going to get hot? And no one is held, including Walker, Eric. No one is held accountable. It's like they've got their job. Yeah, just go out and do your best. These guys. How many? Lou, I was pissed off yesterday. Chapman, wasn't I? He celebrated his birthday. I think he's still hungover from the party because he's been on an absolute crapper lately. And he went 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 Ks.
Yeah,
these guys are going back, and the pitching now. It seems like they're dead. Be honest, though. Be honest. I'm kind of teetering right now. I'm not happy with the way it's being run. However, I'm the first guy to criticize the chat when they say that, you know, it's Tony Vitello's fault. He can only work with what he's got. It's a bad ball club.
It's true. All right, let me do this.
Bad ball club.
I mean, it's and real quick to say, Chapman is starting to fall back to what Chapman is. Yeah. Right. That the beginning was great, but now it's starting to kind of go back. His defense, of course, we all could say his defense is great.
240.
And I called it out on Friday with Eric Lou. What did I say to you on Friday night show? Friday night show, Eric. I said to you that the San Francisco Giants, they continue to go to the well with these guys, and no one is ever held accountable. They don't sit guys that should be sat. They're not playing it.
Okay.
You know what? I think they've made too many promises to guys. Like Arise, you're playing second. You want to play? Okay, you're the second baseman. And you got your first baseman. He seems to be locked in no matter what he does. Yet Casey Schmidt's your first baseman, Eric.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Casey Schmidt.
Why not? Because this team is happy with losing.
I'm not.
You got to be held accountable, Eric. You got to be held accountable. I said that idea that there's no accountability with this club.
Hold on. Yes, I understand that, but look, this is before I get to Tony. When someone is getting paid that much money, that's the truth of it. I'm not going to sit there and say it's right or wrong. The truth of it is when you're paying someone $180 million, another one $150, and another $250 million, they're going to play. End of story. And they need to play. They're there for a reason. You're going to win with them or you're going to lose with them. End of story. That's just the way it's going to be. And we could all hate it. We could all say there's better options, but that is the facts of it. And that's what sucks. We're going to have to live with it as Giants.
Was it going to be 6 years of this?
No, it could be. It very well could be. And we could sit here and we can bitch and we can moan and we'll do it. I mean, because that's what we do. But it ain't going to change anything. It just isn't. This is what we have. But to go back to Tony, let me go here just for a minute. And I said this last year under Bob Melvin. Not everything should be put in the lap of the manager and the coaches. Like you said, you get what you're working with what you got. Now, that being said,
and they get what they pay for.
Yes. And that being said, okay.
Hey, Phil.
Tony Vitello had success in college. And that's fantastic, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But does that automatically say that this guy is going to have success at the MLB level? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's great that he has won, but it means nothing when you get to the MLB. Nothing. It's a totally different monster. And as general and as generic as that sounds, that is a fact. Look, I'm sure he's heard it from a million people. This is what it's like in an MLB season. Well, unless you're actually going through the process and you're experiencing it yourself, you have no idea what it's going to be like. And he's learning on the job what it's like to be a manager in the MLB. And here's another thing. The Giants are in a skid. They've lost 6 in a row, okay? Has Tony ever experienced this in the major leagues? No, he hasn't. So not only is he trying to figure it out for himself and to work through this in his own mind, being the manager, well, guess what? He's also got to lead the club in getting them out of these doldrums. an experienced manager knows how to lead a club when things ain't going well. And if you can't do that, hey, it's going to make for a long season. End of story. So again, it's going to be tough for him, but we could also say, there's been some decisions. Why did he go to Walker? Why did he in Philadelphia? Why did he let a win face Schwarber? It just didn't make any sense in those decision makings when literally the game is on the line. And look, we're going to have to, and that's why I'm saying, that's why I never got, rah, when we hired Tony Vitello. Not because I thought he was going to fail. It was because we don't know. He's going to have to figure this out. And if the Giants want to have a winning season, well, your expectations better be somewhat low. And then if he exceeds, okay, that's great. But man, he was not going to come in here and be some savior. He wasn't going to, and I said this on Friday, right, Glenn? Just because you bring all these fresh guys and it's a new look and, oh my God, he brought in a physical conditioning coach and the Giants are going to just get at it. No, that's not how it happens. When you're managing college kids, you got more of let's say, an effect, right? When you're dealing with major leaguers, they're stuck in their ways, especially veterans. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Whether it's Chapman, whether it's Adames, or whether it's Devers, hell, even Schmidt to an extent, because you could say he's a veteran. Once they're set in their ways, it's hard to break them out of it, man. And when you're a brand new coach, good luck with that.
Is he going to be too soft, Eric? You got to get an iron fist in there and say, you're sitting today, maybe tomorrow too. I don't care how much you're paying them. You get what you pay for, and I'm not seeing anything for what this roster's been built for. And what's worse is they got to fly coast to coast now, 0-6, and face the Padres tomorrow, Eric. And I said yesterday's show, the only thing that could be, like, I had to go and check the media guide yesterday after the show. Okay? I said, no, in this organization, they're flying Spirit Airlines.
Hey, why not? Take the Greyhound. Yeah.
Speaking of Spirit Airlines, look what just popped up on the screen. The big banana. There it is.
Hey, Jim. Look at that. Let me bring this up. Jim, thank you. Glenn and Lou, I'm sorry. I'm tired of being optimistic. Our hitting coaches need to be fired. Well, the third base coach is inept. Walker should not pitch after the 6th. If they are in win, they win. Show me something. Oh, see, and I knew this is where it was going to go, right? We're going to start talking about the coaches, going to start talking about the manager.
Yeah.
The Walker, I get. Third base coach, I mean, Lou, we haven't even been able to talk to you about that. I mean, my God.
If it was any organization, see the Giants had to go.
Thank you, Jim.
Eric, the same people who were in here yesterday, Eric, with me, who are complaining about Vitello were the same guys that said, you got to go outside the organization. This is a great move. And now
what are you getting?
There's no wisdom to their early words because all of a sudden it's panic mode with the manager. And this is a team, Eric, that has put them, again, they always put themselves, the contracts and the manager and Buster. Everything is, how the hell we can't get out of this?
The easy answer, you ain't. It's just not.
You got what you got because it's going to, you think Larry Bear will not do anything that will make him, can't fire the manager.
No, I mean,
this is the route we took. And
yeah.
How bad will that look?
Well, there you go. And Glenn, to that point, and Lou, I'm going to kick it to you. To that point, it's the same thing with these contracts. Matt Chapman is in the second year of a 6-year extension. Willie Adames is in his second year of his 7-year contract.
Yep.
Devers is in, I don't know, what is it? He's in the second year. Well, we'll say his first full year as a Giant. And I think we got 6 or 7 more years of it. So here we go. Whether you like it or not, and it's easy for people to, whether it's on Twitter or whether it's in a chat or us here, it's easy to go and say, we got to move on from these guys. It ain't happening, man. It's not. I hate to say it, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you just aren't going to move those guys. It's impossible. 2 of them have a no trade, and the other guy isn't worth the contract that has been paid for at this.
I think it's the 3 of them. I think it's the 3 of them, Eric. I said it yesterday that if you got a call tomorrow, heaven forbid, like this is going to happen. But in this scenario, if the phone rang tomorrow, listen, we're interested in Chapman or Devers. No, nobody's giving you anything for them because they gotta take the salary. You're locked in with these guys based on the money, Eric. Nobody wants them.
Here we go. Harris, eat up the Devers contract. This is what I'm talking about. Take a deep breath. Who is the owner of the San Francisco Giants? Are you going to tell me Greg Johnson is going to say, yeah, let's eat $250 million?
It's an investment.
No,
it's investment.
No way does that happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Yep. And they don't want to give away money. They're not giving away money. That's not an investment.
They're not going to do that.
Lou's quiet down there. It means it's like he's ready to explode down there today.
Go for it, Lou. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go on.
First of all, I'm going to go forward to backwards. First thing is, they don't even know who's pitching tomorrow. So we're probably
there's
no
game tomorrow. No game tomorrow. It's a day off.
What do you mean? It got canceled?
I was just looking at the schedule.
What, it get canceled?
No, I'm looking right here. May 4th?
They play tomorrow. They play the Padres.
Taking on the San Diego Padres tomorrow, Eric, at 8:45.
I see it. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
It's all right. So first of all, we have an opener.
Ahead of space.
You might not want them to play tomorrow. I can understand that, but they are playing.
The hell with it.
So here's the problem. We got an opener because the Giants pitched when they had the rain out, the doubleheader, they pitched both guys of the rotation. So they didn't think ahead like usual. So I'm going to go back to Eric, what you said. Guys, we're stuck with these guys, but who made us stuck with these players? You got to go to Buster. He was the one that signed Trapman.
Right.
No trade clause.
Yeah.
Okay. Adames off 1 year. If you guys looked at it, when we signed Adames, I was a little hesitant because it was a contract year. He played great.
Yeah.
And if you remember, we got him before anybody else to make sure we needed a shortstop.
Yeah.
But he batted 205 the year before. So you got to be a little bit hesitant. That was another Buster move. The other great thing is, and Glenn loves to bring this up, we now have Buster in charge. He's only been doing it a year and a half, so you got to give him a chance. Okay, Tony V, he's only been doing it 2 months. You got to give him a chance. It's an automatic chance to say, oh, well, we tried with something new. It didn't work out. Bullshit. Giants made bad decisions, and now it's coming back to bite him in the ass. Okay? You know, it's unbelievable. All we ever do is give everybody a break, but we don't hold them responsible. If it was not Buster in charge, the guy would be fired. Okay? Because this team has gotten worse since he's gotten in charge. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. But they'll never do anything with Buster because they don't want to take away as a player. Again, one of the biggest problems with the Giants, and I talk about this all the time, they live in the goddamn past. And I think part of the people with the chat and a lot of the Giants fans, they live in the past. You guys got to get your head out of your ass and start thinking about what we have now. Stop thinking about when Buster was a player. Think about Buster as a president of operations.
As an executive,
An executive. He's made this team worse. When Buster took charge, everybody knew, oh, it's Buster. It was just a name. I said he was a guinea pig because you couldn't win. And now everyone always blames Johnson. Oh, it's Johnson's fault. Screw Johnson. You can't blame the owners. Buster's one of the owners. So if you're going to get upset, you got to blame him for both being an owner and letting it happen and being president of operations. Now let's get to the team itself. Okay. This is now the 18th time a different lineup. One of the things that pisses me off is we wanted the same lineup. Yep. Okay. It worked for a while. I mean, I can't remember this year when Ramos's let off. Have you guys? It was the first time I remember that he let off. Okay. And then last but not least, look at the lineup. I don't know if we're going to go over the tail of the tape, but we have Haas, minor leaguer. Encarnacion, a guy from the Mexican League. Okay. And who else was in the lineup? Casey, beside Casey and Arias, none of these guys are that good this year.
No,
we have two guys that have shown up. The rest don't care. And as Glenn said, they're just happy getting their money. It's unbelievable. And last but not least, Tony V's got to know how to work this bullpen. I don't know what it is, but, I'd never want to see Walker in the 8th or 9th inning again. It is absolutely.
I don't want to see him on a team. I don't want him. He shouldn't even be on a team.
The guy doesn't make that much. DFA him. Let it be somebody else's decision and headache. But what do? Oh, well, we're not sure. He might turn it around. I'm sick and tired of it. Look at that. That's absolutely pathetic. And if I think it was, I was on the road, but someone the other night said, and Eric, I think you or Glenn brought it up, in his last 36 times he's gone for a save, he's only saved 18. Remember, it was like 50%?
Yeah.
Well, why in the hell do we have somebody that's only 50% of the time? Okay, are you telling me we have nobody else in the whole organization? Then trade for a solid arm that can do it. I'm sick and tired of this BS where we're always playing it safe and it's backfiring. We right now have the worst record in the majors. Okay, I'm sick and tired of these 501 sales. Being a season ticket holder, where I don't get $5 tickets, I pay full value. This is a horrible product. Okay, I don't see it turning around because you know what?
It's not.
It's not.
Look,
and the other thing is, I see no spark at all. Everybody's happy. At least Melvin would get kicked out of it. And Tony V should be fired up, should be pissed off. He should go out there, get kicked out of a few games. The one game he got kicked out, it was sort of a mistake. I don't want that. And last but not least, and then I'll let you guys go, Tony V is only in his 44th game. Okay, in college, you play about 50 games, and then you have the playoffs. He's right now, he's at 44. How in the hell is he going to survive another 108? That's the difference between college, where you have all Americans and guys you can depend on, and going to the majors where you're not sure what you got. I mean, and I'm not going to blame Tony V for everything, because say one of us three were managing, look at the product you have. What are you going to do? We still don't have a leadoff hitter. I thought we had it with Adames, but you know what? Something's wrong with Adames now. The guy's not even hitting his weight. Okay? It's horrible. You can't have him. But we still don't have the basics, and I believe that's more Buster's fault. We haven't had a leadoff hitter for 2 years. And this is just stuff that we bring up since I've joined the show. No leadoff hitter.
That's what I need, Luke.
We still have a closer.
That's what I did. You see that? That's what I need. A spark. I need a little.
Phil wasn't having it.
Phil was like, I mean, get out of here.
Yeah, I just don't understand it where being a fan, we know what we need, but the Giants organization says, I know you guys think you know it better than us, but we have Buster in charge. We have the right people. Well, look at what we're doing. Worst record in the majors, and we're only 44 games in. And I know that Eric always brings up 2 years ago with Detroit. Detroit at least had a stud. Yeah. Right now, guys, we have a starter going tomorrow night. Eric's such a big fan, he didn't even know there was a game tomorrow. That's what's happening with all fans. Okay, I'm going Tuesday night to the game. But you know what? I said this before I left. I told you how tough the road trip was going to be. We got goose-egged. I told you the next 20 games might be tougher of who we played before. And, you know, it's gotten to the point now where, you know, I'm sick and tired of fans, KNBR, all thinking it's going to be all right. How can you say it's going to be all right? We're the worst record in the majors. Worst record in the majors. Uh-oh. I'll leave it to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm watching the excitement behind
We're going to have a big brawl. We're going to have a pure forward brawl.
We got Phil versus Will.
That's more exciting than the team.
I was going to call Phil Tony V. I mean, maybe I should have. Look, that's what I want, a little spark. And Tony V, Harry says Tony V is dealing with grown men now. I agree with that. Yes. It's got to be tough. When you're the boss, Eric, you got to fire people you don't want to. You know, you got to make decisions that are tough. Dude, you gotta be willing and able to make those moves. And Lou, to piggyback off one thing you said, you're talking about trying things. And I've always said, if we tried something and it didn't work, especially under the last regime, I said, you know what? We tried it. You move on. But the problem is you can do that with, let's say, a Rise. A Rise, you figured this year he was done. He wasn't hitting either. It was a bad move to bring him in. You brought him in, and you can get rid of him. They've put themselves in a bad situation with these contracts, Eric. Lou, it kind of goes to what you said. They can try things, but now you're going to be trying again next year and trying again next year because these contracts are way out of whack. You got to blame Buster, man. You got to blame him. Buster Posey was the arm. Listen, let me ask you something, Eric. I'm getting wound up now. See, the cats take it from me. It's where they are in life, right? They see it too much from me. If this was the old regime, I don't see the where's everybody in the chat saying, like they should all be saying, we got a problem with Buster. We got a problem with management. These contracts, the players, the manager. But no, if this was the old regime, My God, they couldn't get him out of there quick enough. What is the love affair with past Giants in the history of the ball club? I said to you yesterday, if you were still watching, Lou, 11 years of this, Lou. 11 years of bad baseball, but people are willing to put up with it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and they thought there was going to be a change when they hired Buster, and there isn't. It's the same type of, hey, you could arguably say right now, early in the season, that it's worse than it was. Let me get to this, and then I'm going to say something. He goes, $6. Thanks, Rob. Tony has bad ingredients in the kitchen, but I feel like he'll bail back to college after the season. Maybe.
Oh, I don't think so.
He might. He might. Maybe he likes to. Maybe, I don't know. The only person who knows that is going to be Tony, and we don't know where he is. And I'm not going to make any assumptions. But is that out of the realm of possibility? No, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But to go back to Tony, it's this. Managers today aren't like the managers not that long ago, where they had a little bit more pull, a little bit more, if you want to say, authority. Now all these guys are beholden to presidents of baseball operations. They have to get the approval from them before they do anything drastic with the lineup or anything. That's just the way baseball is. Whether you like it or hate it, that's just the way baseball is. You don't have the days of a Billy Martin, heck, even a Joe Torre, right? Or even Bruce Bochy wasn't that long ago. They had a little bit more, what do you want to say, pull, right? And I just don't see that right now. And to an extent, Tony Vitello is kind of behind the 8 ball because he just doesn't have that experience behind him that's going to help him say, hey, he may have a great idea, but it may get casted off, whether it's the POBA. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying it's different when you haven't done it before and maybe people don't take you as serious. That sounds bad, but I don't know if that's what's happening. Maybe that's what's happening with the players as far as, maybe Tony is telling them something and they're just kind of just blowing them off for whatever reason. Again, I'm not saying that is what's happening, but there's something strange going on. I'm going to get back to what you said, Lou. The homestand, they were 4-2. Beat the Dodgers, beat the Marlins. You go on the road and you go 0-6. How is it that drastic? And I asked you that question on Friday, Glenn. How can the team be so good at home and then you go on the road and it's an absolute dumpster fire? And the only thing I can think of is that doubleheader had a huge effect on the team for whatever reason. And they just can't get out from underneath it. And I wish I had the answers. I wish we were able to talk about some more wins. And look, we're talking here 13-21, 0-6. How long is it going to take for them to get to 500? Sure. Could you go on an 8-game winning streak? Yeah, you could. But the way that we've been watching baseball right now, currently, I don't see it.
I don't even say they could. I don't
know if they can right now.
Like a fan, they could. I don't. I'm not betting on it.
That's what.
One blame Buster. How about blaming the players? I do blame the players. And who got the players, Robert? Who got the players? See how Robert has always got to try to spin some kind of a golden thread through things. Dude, the wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. And what happened? Buster bought these players. So you got to go up the chain of command. Buster Posey did not do a terrible job. Terrible job. These contracts, terrible. The players, terrible. Who brought in the players? Enough said. No, Robert, you're right. Robert, you're right on as usual. Team sucks. At least he's kind of nibbling on it.
He's in his own way.
He's just trying to get me going. Trying to get me wound up because he knows they stink. They suck.
And look, honestly, he didn't think that they would suck this bad, right? Come on, we all can agree on that. Did Buster Posey go out there and say, yeah, I'm going to sign these guys to these contracts because they absolutely stink? No. I don't think there is expectations, but unfortunately,
we all have
these expectations they're in the toilet, man. And
what is the nickname for the Giants? They are a dead fish. What did I tell you Friday, Eric? A dead fish stinks.
Nah.
Hey, Eric, you brought up a great point, and let me tell you something. When you're a college coach and you bring in guys in where money's involved, it's your voice. You're the man. Nobody else has the word. When you come to the pros where guys are making 10 times more than you, they
Exactly.
don't respect them. They don't respect Tony V at all. You know, you see the same thing. He's always in the same spot, second from the far right. He doesn't really look over. You know, the players have more excitement than him. I think he realizes this is way over his head. The thing is, he signed a 3-year deal where, you know, I think it's what, $10 million. The Giants, you know, right now with Buster, it seems like everything he touches is going wrong. They got to do something because it's going to be to the point now where, you know, summer's here, Valkyries are playing, people travel. That ballpark is going to be empty. You're going to get the usual maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday crowd. But if you notice, you're doing all these deals, and we talked about this when I first joined Giant Sports Talk Live. The weekend schedule is very weak, except for the Dodgers at the very end of the year. It's going to be very tough to draw. Okay. You got this weekend, Pittsburgh. What do? They have a fireworks show. Okay. You then are going to have Colorado. They're not going to draw. You're going to have Arizona. They're not going to draw. Detroit. They're not going to draw. You know, it comes to a point now where the Giants now are really have backed themselves in a corner, and it's going to be really tough.
It is.
I personally, and that's what I was thinking. If I were the Giants right now, I would say, Tony V, it's not working out, and you get the best man available for the job, and that's Alex Cora. And you got to get him now before he goes to Philly. Okay? You got to take a chance. We have money we could blow. You get Cora now, and you tell him, hey, here's your agreement. You got to try to change the players. He's worked, first of all, with Devers before, so maybe he can bring back Eric's buddy, which is a huge piece, and maybe can work with the other players. He is a player's manager. We don't know if Tony V, except for one guy on the Giants, we don't know if Tony V is a player's manager because he's never done it. I think that's what the Giants got to do. You got to do something now. Now, again, they can do the usual, we're going to wait. But you know what? That ballpark, the way they're going now, is going to be so depressing. It's going to be nobody there. You're going to get the average fans, but to me, it's like when you go to the horse races, money's dying. So you get guys that just want to drink, and that's fine, but they're not spending money. They're not going to buy merch. They're not going to buy drinks. They're not going to do that. And the Giants right now, they're very lucky they got what's on the other side of the bridge, because when you have guys like Larry, Buster, and I still don't know why Manai is still on the team. You know, Manaya was part of the guy. Maybe they'll fire him out, but they got to do something. They got to have some type of spark, Eric.
A spark?
You know, like when we got to have a spark. Yep.
A spark? Did someone say spark?
Eldridge has been called up, has he?
Not official, but let's take a look. So, Susan Slusser says, given Wisenhunt is making a scheduled start for sack right now, McDonald is likely going to go tomorrow for the Giants unless somehow a bullpen game or as part of a bullpen game. Also mentioned a possibility for other moves. Eldridge and Rodriguez are not in tonight's lineup for the Sacramento River Cats. So there's a possibility out there, guys, that we may see 2 new additions into the roster tomorrow when the Giants take on the Padres for that first game. So again, Eldridge and Rodriguez are not in the Sacramento lineup. Possibility they are heading to San Francisco to be part of the team. So,
and then who do you think who will be DFA'd or sent back down?
You know who I think gets DFA'd? Encarnacion is gone. Did you see that challenge that he had today, by the way?
That's the Giants. Every game there's some challenge that you're not even sure what he did.
I think Encarnacion is gone, and I hate to say it, and it sucks, but I think Koss is going to have to be gone. Those are only 2 moves that you can make. I don't think anyone's hitting IL because I see a lot of people, just put them on an IL. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. But you know what I think will happen? I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised if you see Adames have a day off tomorrow. For how long? I don't know. Maybe you see Schmidt over there at shortstop. Yeah, you're going to have to see Schmort. And then you'll probably see Eldridge as your cleanup. Or maybe it's Rodriguez. Look, Rodriguez, you want to talk about someone who's hitting in Sacramento? Rodriguez has better numbers than Eldridge. The only difference is Eldridge has more power. But did you know that freaking Rodriguez, as of last night, the guy has 100 at-bats, and he's only struck out 11 times, and he's walked 12.
God, that's a riot.
That is
stat.
an 11% strikeout
stat.
rate, and he's batting .333. So Jesus Rodriguez has got a bat, but where is he going to play as far as a position? Probably a DH. And you look, could you platoon Eldridge and Rodriguez in the DH spot? You could, but what are you going to do with Schmidt? And that's the question. So either Chapman, Adames, or Devers have to take time on, or maybe they do that. Hey, this day, Adames, you take a day off. All right, Chapman, you take a day off here. All right, Devers, you're taking a day off here to keep Schmidt in the lineup. I don't know. It's a lot of moving parts, but
that's
the
problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem, Eric. There's too many pieces. You know what? I equate this. I'll start with this. You've got Tampa Bay with this young club, Eric, young players. And I've harped on it. Nobody seems to want to do it. Why didn't we go young? Why did we go young, Eric? Like Tampa.
You can't.
Why didn't we go young? Why didn't we? Why didn't we? Why wasn't that the road? It's always less traveled with this organization. But why can't we spend $85 million and win 22 games?
Hey, I'll tell you why.
Instead, spend $350 million and worst team in baseball.
Have sucked in drafting players. That's the answer. 6 years, and this is the thing that pisses me off. 6 years, and I'm gonna go back to Farhan because that's the big time frame of where we should see the guys that Farhan drafted should be playing. Hold on, no. Because how long does it take for a prospect? It takes 2 to 3 years.
Those guys are already. I'm tired of hearing that we've got the worst minor league system. Our players bring them up, Eric. You threw out 2 names that should be up now.
Look, but the problem is they're coming up. I mean, they're coming up now. Rodriguez was that was a trade that Buster Posey made. So you got one guy that's a Farhan, one guy that's a Buster Posey. So we'll see how that's going to pan out. But you have to have the guys that come up that are going to be worth something. One thing you can't do, you have to have them develop. You cannot develop, a young guy at the MLB level. It's just it's already tough as enough to come up and play in the major leagues, but you want to develop him at that level. That's you're setting these guys up for failure. Now, the light at the end of the tunnel is Giants have done a pretty good job recently with doing some drafting, but we ain't going to know the fruits of that labor until years down the road. Right now, the Giants don't have very much, and it looks like we're going to see 2 of them. We're going to see Rodriguez and we're going to see Eldridge here probably pretty soon. How they're going to fit in, again, we'll talk about that tomorrow, I'm sure, during the post game. But
I'm tired of hearing that. That's a line.
I know. I hear you, Eric. But that's just the facts.
Eric, why are other organizations like Pittsburgh and Tampa? Why are the weaker sisters now? They've left us in the dust. Why? They don't go with that. Well, we gotta groom them in the minors. They play them. Pittsburgh's got a young shortstop. He's not spending any time in the minor leagues. Chandler Simpson. Oh, should he spend another 3 years in the minors? No, he's playing every day. Why? Because he contributes.
Yeah, but how long was he in the minors before he was able to contribute?
I think he spent, a year and a half?
Some guys are like that. Some guys, and same thing with
not Giants. The Giants.
But whose fault is that?
And the ones that get called up.
That's the ones that
get called up. Are you telling? Listen, in my opinion, Lou, we got the worst outfield in Major League Baseball. We got the worst outfield in Major League Baseball.
To be honest with you.
No, Glenn, I can't argue with that. But what I'm going to say
Lee is doing something, but Gilbert has been okay. Ramos, I've been disappointed.
Phil even said, I've heard enough. Phil's getting out. He says,
I'll tell you the biggest problem with the Giants is they say they're getting younger, but they don't do it. There are a lot of talk. Oh, we're going to go younger this year with pitchers. A lot of talk. The problem is they think the fans won't show up with a younger product, right?
I'm just the opposite, Lou.
Yeah, they do half-ass. We'll get rid of 2 guys, but we got to have 4 veterans because the young guys can't do it. Either you got to do it like Pittsburgh all the way and start up, and all you got to do is tell the fans, hey, we're rebuilding for the future. We're going to get rid of these big contracts because when we're ready, we're going to go for it. Giants, Larry Bear, and all of them are too scared to do that because they think the fans that were here 10 years ago won't show up. The problem is when you do it, I'm going to use a dating analogy. You break up with a girl, but you still see her on the side. That's not broken up. You don't fucking see her. You don't call her. You don't talk to her. Yep. You let her miss you. Okay?
Dating
That's
advice.
The way it's got to be. But with the Giants, when you have horrible, horrible people in charge, like I tell you, Larry Bear is not a great president of the Giants. Now he's the Giants Enterprises. All you've heard about the Giants is they're selling off, and it's not like one time. So obviously there's a problem about money, and somebody that used to be an owner is getting out, or, hey, we bought the current theater, or we did this. And then when he's interviewed, oh, dude, we got the best ballpark. We're probably going to get the All-Star game in 28 again because people want us. Our product is better than last year. I'm sick and tired of Larry Bear speaking because he should just be like Pinocchio. Everything out of his mouth is wrong. His nose would be way out to here already. It's gotten to the point now, 11 years of not being good.
My word,
again,
Pinocchio.
It's gotten to the point now where, he's full of crap. Okay, it's gotten to the point now, and all we do, and all the fans blame Johnson. Guys, stop blaming him for everything. He's not the main responsibility. Okay, there's always two sides to every story. I think Larry Bear should have been out probably 5 years ago, but he's still living off the past, and that's the biggest problem with Giants fans. You guys were happy. We had 3 and 5 years, but the last 11 years have been crap. We had 1 year that was a mirage. So let's just take that away. That's 10 years of being mediocre at the best. Guys, we're not the Colorado Rockies. We're the San Francisco Giants, the 5th biggest market. That's why they'll never do a full rebuild, but they'd only make attempts to do it. Last but not least, I'm going to go back to people in charge. You guys are so excited about Eldridge. If Eldridge comes up and has another mediocre year, will you guys finally believe me that maybe the Giants have no clue about talent? Glenn said it last weekend. Everyone that we got rid of is now with a new team are getting better. You know, these were the same people that said, oh my God, we got a new replacement for Buster. He's going to be an unbelievable catcher. Yeah, what'd we do? He couldn't do anything, couldn't hit it. Now he's with Pittsburgh. Giants baseball making nightmares. And by the way, tell the Giants to get Giants baseball nothing like it. Since they've done it, they've been the shits. Come up with a new slogan, okay? Come on. We're not asking much. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's just Lou, you missed probably Friday's show, and I threw away my notes, so we won't be able to rehash it, Eric. But I came up with a list for the radio show, and it was my top 5, the top 5 ice cream sales. Guess what was not on the top 5, Lou? Vanilla.
Vanilla. Oh, I hate French vanilla. It's just so plain.
Vanilla. Because that's what kind of team this is. Vanilla. You could say we have a nice ballpark, Lou, but when I go, and I may be away now, Lou, you and I see a lot of games at Oracle Park. I was waving down to you last week, and the fans from our chat were up talking to me. Lou, you go. It's okay to have a nice ballpark, but if the atmosphere is not there and it's boring, and people are in front of me are season ticket holders, and I'm laughing. I wish I should have videotaped it because it's hard to believe. Top of the 4th inning, and they're shuffling out. I go, "Oh, you going for a dog? Going home?" I said, "Oh." He goes, "Yeah, I might come back tomorrow. Better luck next time." He goes, him and his wife was more pissed off than he was. She's like, "I've seen enough. We're going home." Anyway, I don't know, Lou. I don't know.
Ryan, you bring up a great point. I mean, I'm going Tuesday because I'm going to be with your buddy, Ken Henry, Enrique from Tommy's. He's going to be with me, and he goes, "Lou, we got a bigwig in from New York. Is there any way I can get your seats?" I go, "God, you came at a perfect time. I mean, I can't even invite anybody." Nice. But then I'm going Friday with a couple girls that wanted to go to the fireworks. I'm not going to go make it the Giants game a priority. I'm only going because I've already promised people and I'm doing that. That's the biggest problem. People that have season tickets like myself are either going to try to give the tickets away or they're going to go with people so they can enjoy the thing. They're not going for the Giants. I don't go there for the beer. I don't go there for the hot dogs, maybe the crab sandwiches when I'm really hungry, but that's it. You know, they have made the Giants ballpark not even enjoyable anymore. Getting there. When you walk out, there's 80,000 vendors selling fucking hot dogs that don't speak English, that can't even get out of my way. They have no Wi-Fi, so I got to walk 3 blocks to get a fucking Uber. And the product itself is pretty bad. You know, the last game I went to when I saw Glenn, I mean, it was only 9-4 in the third inning. So, I mean, it was a close game. We were only down 5 runs, but it was only the third. But, you know, it's got to the point now where I'm not seeing the same people. You don't have the vibe. And it's amazing. I use this terminology a lot on this show. Amazing what happens in a week in Major League Baseball. We went from beating the Dodgers, who, by the way, after they left us, I think went like 2-7. So I think we got them at the right time, right? Florida, you know, I had a decent record before and after. You know, now Phillies won 5 out of 6. It's who you play and when you play. But I think most importantly is this team isn't getting better. They're sort of stagnant and stale, if that makes sense.
Exactly, Lou.
And I think it's just the point. Yeah, it might be worse than vanilla. It's not even French vanilla.
Hey, and I would tell you something real quick. You're talking about vibes. Vibes doesn't lead to winning.
No.
It's the other way around, guys. Look, just because, you know, because we talked about that, remember? We talked about that with Tony. A lot of people are saying, oh, the vibes, man.
Good call.
The vibes. No, you know what happens? When you start winning, then the vibes come. Then it sustains the winning, right? The vibes doesn't lead to winning. It's the other way around. So, guys, understand that, man. Come on. Look, we're not talking rocket appliances, as you like to say, Glenn.
Rocket appliance.
It's you're talking about team building and all that kind of stuff and leadership stuff. It's the same in business as it is in professional sports, or heck, if you even want to talk in the military. You got to go out there and you got to quote unquote win before you start getting them good vibes.
Yeah, there'll be good vibes this week because I know Lou's going to be in good company.
Hey, it's Henry for Tommy's, and we are so glad to have Giant Sports Talk Live as far as Tommy's family. We're so proud to be their major sponsor, and hey, please come to have a cocktail with us and go Giants.
Attaboy.
That's right. Exactly. And what is he?
Tommy's is closed on Tuesday, so Cinco de Mayo might as well be bored at a Giant game, but at least I get to be with Enrique, and maybe he can sneak in some tequila and we can at least enjoy the night.
There you go.
Yeah,
all is not lost. All is not lost at Oracle Park.
Hey guys, and if you got nothing going on, with the exceptions of Mondays and Tuesdays, go check them out over there on Geary. There you go. As Enrique said, right? As Enrique said, they are our sponsor here for 2026, so we appreciate them. Go check out Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, home of the world famous Tommy Margarita.
I got a text message the other day from John. I got a message from John over at bettercreditcards.com who's not a Giants fan, but he loves the show, and he admits, and that's good. Hey, his money is always welcome. John, we love you. Even though he's not a ball fan, he goes, I think you guys do a great job. I'll sponsor the show. That's great. But he goes, this is why I'm not a baseball fan. He goes, you guys doing a show about it. How do you do it? How do you do it? And he's not even a ball fan. He's like, how do you guys do this all the time, every day, talking about a team that stinks? I said, it's a dead fish. And out-of-town scoreboard update, Eric. Atlanta leading Colorado 6-5. The Rockies continue to put runs on the board. They're a better ball club than us. And what? They were built from the bottom up. They're young, small payroll. Spending money doesn't necessarily equate to wins, Eric.
It's true. That's a fact.
Yeah. And
85 million in Tampa.
Yeah. And Eric, it is not true that I'm meeting Enrique on Tuesday for the game and it is sinking them out. No, they do not want a refund for losing the team. They appreciate it. Giving up. It's not our fault, but it's one of those things. So I want to make sure everyone I know it's just a rumor, but we're not giving them money back. I'm sorry.
Well, you got everybody in the baseball world thinking that I'm so cheap. I'm as cheap as the Giants. Cheap. You had everybody believing 2 weeks ago I was late for the show because I was at Oracle Park, and you're like, Glenn's going to be late because he wants a refund. He's at the ticket window right now. And that maybe you've kind of turned on a light for me. I might be doing that one of these games, going down there, and they bail. They know what's coming. They shut her down, and the window shades go down. They're like, uh-oh, we lost again.
Glenn, that was a famous night. That was when the Lee, a.k.a. Marvel character came out, who we haven't shown enough on his great slide. So, that day was very memorable.
Oh,
memories.
There you go.
The octopus pretzel. There you go.
Yep.
Unbelievable, huh?
Oh, my God. I told everybody that this is what it's – and you know what? We make fun of it, but that's all you can do. That is what it's like to be a Giant fan now.
Right now it is.
I always call it the hockey paper. People would go to the Toronto Maple Leaf games and they wear paper bags over their heads because they didn't want to. I cannot identify as a fan of this team.
That bad, huh?
Hey,
it's that bad.
That bad, me. Maybe I'll have to wear one of these nights.
Look,
instead of going to the game, listen to Giant Sports Talk Live or something. And
I've asked you. I've asked both of you. Here it is. We're into. My God, we couldn't wait to turn the page on the calendar. We're 0-3 now in May. Okay, Lou, we're 0-3 in this month, and we get the Padres coming to town. Like that's going to get all kinds of warm and fuzzies going. I'm worried. I'm worried about this ball club. I'm worried about our mental health. Eric just bailed yesterday. He goes, "That's it. I'm done. I'm done." Lou,
hey, I see you got Chardall though. He's waiting in the wings.
He wants to be the co-host. See, you didn't show up yesterday. He's coming in hard for you. He goes,
that was
hilarious. Eric, I love him, but can I be the new co-host?
I saw that.
And then Eric,
Eric, and then I called him out because he's been on every channel.
Yeah, I saw
that. Can I be the co-host? So I pulled a trick from somebody else. Said, send me an email. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. And then I read the chats this morning from yesterday's show. People posted afterwards, and they're like, get that guy out of here. Get that Charlemagne out of here.
Charlemagne.
hey, Eric and Glenn.
And then there was one there was the one about me. Get a new host. Get out of here. Homers.
Here's the good news. We come home, as we know, and we get lucky we don't have to go against the second best pitcher in baseball when Pittsburgh comes here. But we're playing San Diego for 3, and we have a starter going tomorrow. That's scary. Then we have Pittsburgh, another young team that's scoring.
I know.
Yeah, and then we get to go back on the road. And if you guys remember, we start with 4 in L.A. And trust me, L.A. is going to be ready for us after what happened, after the situation with their catcher and their second baseman, the hits batsman, all that. So it's going to be a crazy thing. Then we go up to Sacramento. And as we know right now, they're in the AL West. They're playing good. They're exciting. And then we go to Arizona. So it's not going to be easy.
That's getting easier.
No, there's only one way they're going to turn this around, Eric. You know what that is? Lou, you know what it is.
Got to get some luck. Hey, I'll take it.
Got to get some luck.
I'll take it.
And it's been bad luck. Look at today. 1-0. Things are fine. What do? You go to Walker. And I'm like, Eric, I texted you.
Yep.
I texted you.
Yep.
And I said, this can't end well.
Nope. And it didn't.
And if I was quick enough to get online betting in game, again, Walker was sure money.
Sure money.
Will he hold the lead? No.
No. And I said that, right? I was like, no, I don't trust it happening. I don't.
I said, let's wrap it up. Let's go like late 7th inning stretch and let's go on now. Here, you said, let's just see how this wraps up first.
Yeah. Yep. If it went to extras, I was like, okay, but I wasn't going to go in before because and that's sad. It's sad that I've lost faith that the Giants can't hold on to a 1-0 lead going late into a game. And then as soon as Walker came in, I'm like, oh, well, there's a game.
There you go.
I mean, come on. Everybody can see it. That's the thing. It's like the powers that be can't see that this isn't the right move.
And Eric, how about this?
Man,
it's 1-0. 2 batters in. It's already runners at first and third.
Yes.
First and second. Right off the bat, he can't even get an out.
Right
and
off.
we all know him. If he can't get that first guy out, you got to almost jack him. You got to do it. Then what does Tampa Bay do? Let's bunt him over. Let's bunt him over again. Score a run.
Play small ball.
Does anybody question his control? Do you guys notice he can't throw strikes, and he almost hit the batter to force the bases loaded?
I know.
He's a wild card, man. And at least you think Lou, you said his record was like 50-50. I don't even look at him as a 50-50 situation. When he comes in, geez, my stomach, I get the runs. It ain't good. It's stomach.
And you know what's crazy? Hey, in St. Louis, who won that series? Who won that series between the Cardinals and the Dodgers?
Yeah, the Cards.
Cards won. Now Dodgers won today, but did you see what's the Dodgers record? They're 20-13. You know what the Cardinals are? 20-14.
Yeah, but that goes against what I said yesterday in the show. Again, Eric, I wish you were here because we had some good takes. The chat was alive. I appreciated them. But you've got a ball club who always take the approach, well, we're not in this to compete against the Dodgers. Why not?
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
They keep building a team that can play 500 baseball, Eric. Let's just make the playoffs and see what happens.
Yeah, I know. That's I hate
not the way to run a franchise.
That's why I was so pissed.
You know what? You wonder why people like me get pissed off when you love the team, you love baseball, and this is the team you care. I don't have to get up and cheer for this team every day, Eric. I don't have to, but I choose to. I cheer for them, and the attitude of ownership, my God, I want to puke. I want to puke every time I hear the name Larry Baer. Oh, he walks around on Sundays down by the 415 gate. It's a great day for baseball. I go, yeah. What city? Not here. He don't like me too much anyway. Not just saying. And Lou, they got to sell tickets. If I'm Lou, in any business, this isn't acceptable because at the end of the day, you've got to sell tickets to your product. And when your product stinks like that dead fish, I'm calling them, how are you going to sell tickets? It's not and Eric, I just asked you the other day, Eric, bringing up the old, I got to get one. I'm going to get one and snap it in half, call it, here's our broken record for the day. I asked Eric, if you keep going to the well with the same product and nobody's eventually going to show up.
Huh?
Look at the Apple phone. Look at the Apple phone. They're up to 19 now because they keep reinventing stuff so people want it. The Giants just stall. One thing about the Cardinals, I'm going to say, is their win take was 66 this year. Because you know what they did? They got rid of all their veterans, and it's all youth. Their payroll is probably like $80 million, and they're 10 games better than us. It can't happen. And that's St. Louis, who has a very great franchise. They drew $3 million a year, but they realized it was time for a change. They got rid of everybody. They didn't care, and they told their fans. And right now, I think they have the 5th best record in the National League. So it can be done, but you also got to have the players to do it.
Out-of-town scoreboard update. Atlanta puts 2 on the board. It's 8-5 now for the Braves. We're lucky Colorado's playing some stiff competition this week. But we're still in the basement.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Nobody seems to be mentioning the fact that we're bad, but we're in the basement.
Yeah.
We got to leapfrog so many teams. What happens when
hold on.
in August and September, when people say your team will get back into it, a late run, you got to leapfrog too many. There's too many teams got to lose, and you got to win, and you're going to do this.
I'll tell you what. As far as standings don't mean nothing right now. The only reason why it means something right now is that we're worse than the Rockies. That's the only basis of the standings right now, is that we are worse than the Rockies.
It's May 3rd. It's May 3rd, and I'm watching the standings though.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do. Look, the Giants. Look, I'm not even. Are the Giants going to be a playoff team? No, they're not. But I'm just saying, as far as standings are concerned, it means nothing because the Giants are playing horrible fucking baseball.
Yeah, but watching the standings is more exciting than watching NBC Bay Area when the Giants are gone. And that channel, listen, the whole thing, you guys not realize, like, our network, NBC Bay Area, all it is Giants baseball, and they're trying to sell me a vacuum cleaner. Like, where's the quality? Where's the quality?
Hey, you know what? I'll take that.
Turn it on. Am I wrong, Lou? I turn it on, and it's like, the new Hoover is now available, and I get infomercials 20 hours a day. And then they break away from get your Hoover, Giants. That stupid song. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, my God. There's nothing I like about this product at all. I don't have any positivity. Lou, give me something positive.
Look, NBC is taking strays.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is I'm a little bit worried about Eric's colleague, Glenn. You know, this was his first road trip. I think he did all the games on the radio.
He did. On the radio, he did.
And he showed up and got no wins. It's almost like the vibe. So, you know, it's one of those things.
Rob donates too. He says Sam Hinches is likely to replace. Could you imagine that? I wouldn't be surprised, but they would have 4 lefties in the bullpen. I don't know if they
last year we couldn't get a lefty.
So. Yeah, last year we had one the whole year.
Yeah, I mean it's
Eric. So, guys, I have a question since I know a lot of people in the chat.
Oh yeah,
what is the solution? If you were running the Giants in charge of Buster, what would your be solution? I'll go last. But you know, Eric, how about you? Giants are in a problem right now. What do you do to try to spark up the team? Something.
I don't think you can. I think it looks like they're getting ready to make a move in bringing up some of these kids. But is that gonna be the golden ticket, if you will? It's not. The whole team, one person. I'm sorry. For example, say they just bring up Eldridge. You think Eldridge is going to be the solution to the Giants' woes? Absolutely not. It's not. And look, I hate to say this, Lou, but there's nothing. This is the team. This is the team they decided to go with. There's no one in the minor leagues as far as pitching is concerned. No one's really showing any kind of, oh, look, Whisenhunt had a great last outing. But what we've seen him at the big league level. He's been okay, right? He's had some stinkers and he's had some decent outings. But this is it, man. What you see is what you get. The only thing that's going to change is, yeah, you may see some of these young kids come up. Whether or not it's going to affect the club as far as getting significant wins, I just don't see it because it's up and down the lineup. It's the pitching. It's the bullpen. Everything is coming apart right now. And it's just, it sucks, man. I hate to, I'm not sitting here, you know, screaming that the sky is falling, but man, the product that we're watching out there, it just looks really bad. And there's no magic solution. I'm sorry. There isn't.
How about you, Glenn?
Eric, I think that the problem is that this organization isn't we talk about not be. Oh, one other thing that came to my mind earlier in the show, Lou talked about Tony Vitello and, you know, they just, you know, they'll end up parting ways or really leave. You wonder why people won't sign here, correct, Lou? Why people won't sign here? Who wants to manage here if you bring all this fanfare and you tore them away from a cushy job in NCAA? I mean, big money, career job.
Yes.
You talked him into coming here and then you oust him. You jettison him out of here as quick as you brought him in. Nobody will ever want to work in this organization, period. As far as the team, there's too many. I see some of the names popping up in the chat today. I would be working the phone. I would treat this week. We're into May, Eric. I would treat this week like Thursday was the trade deadline. I would be trading guys like Ramos, Lee. I would trade Bailey. I would trade Webb, it's time to restructure. And I'm tired of it can only get better. Well, it won't get better with the same crap over and over and over again. And while they keep running this product out, hey, they just lost 6 in a row, but it'll get better. No, it won't. No, it won't. It's baseball. They'll win a few games. That's it goes back to what we were talking about Friday, Eric, about the Dodgers series. A little momentum. You beat the Dodgers the first 2 of 3. You beat Shohei. All was good in the world. And then they go back to, the blind squirrel finds the nut once in a while, right? So they can win a few. They're gonna win a few. They're gonna have days where, unlike today, they're gonna have this pop up and go, oh, we won one. Whoa, we stole one today, Eric. But then they go on a road trip and lose 6. Winning is great, but if you go on a road trip and you lose 6 in a row, Eric, and you are not willing to admit there's a problem, that might be the biggest problem, Lou. Is this organization is never willing to admit there's a problem. The chat, you know who you are. There is no problem. We're better. We're better than our record. No, we're not. Your record is who you are.
Who you are. Your record is who you are. That's a fact.
I would be working I'd be restructuring right away. And all these great minor leaguers you're talking about, giving the shot to now, Rodriguez, Eldridge. At the end of the day, you got to make room for these guys.
Yeah. Hey, look,
and
it may be coming.
They're pigeoned into. You want to bring them up. Oh, geez. They're too top heavy with crap, but they don't want to get rid of the crap. That is a problem.
Yeah,
it also goes back to what Lou's always said, Eric, about the love affair. Oh, we could never get rid of Bailey. Could never get rid of Bailey. Lou, I talked about Bailey's play.
Yeah,
the last few days, everybody says, but what great arm. I broke down a play again. I threw away my notes, but what was it was the Friday night's game, Eric? The guy went from second to third on a delayed steal. Bailey threw to second. The guy needed a stepladder. How they even got to it, I don't know. When they came down, Adames threw to, and I'll give Chapman. Chapman's been amazing defensively. But a one-man defensive show is not baseball either.
No.
It's a 9-man team. The throw was in the dirt. He picked it. Great. But the whole play was a cluster mess, for lack of better words. I'm trying to keep
Bailey redeemed himself. Yeah, he threw out 3 guys yesterday, but to your point, I've seen enough of him.
His throws aren't on. His throws veer. Thank God you got someone like Arias making incredible tags. I personally think they got to get rid of one of the big 4. You got to start working this year now. Get on the phones and try to get one of those big contracts out. You guys all talk about it.
The only one?
I understand what you're saying.
Jung-Hoo yeah.
I'd trade him. Maybe trade Jung-Hoo and Ramos. I'd rebuild my outfield, Lou.
Got to do something now, because by the end of the year, your goal is to try to get rid of 2 of the big contracts. Well, this is why. Remember, next year, you're going to have to pay these guys even though there's no season. That money's guaranteed.
You don't. No, okay, they don't pay them when there's no money. They don't have to pay.
I'm not sure, depending on the person's contract. You know what I mean? Certain people.
I think they don't pay. If they lock out,
I'm not
they
sure.
don't pay, I think.
But here's the kicker. You got to do something now, because, we all say Bailey. Guys, nobody wants Bailey. Bailey's a second string catcher. So they're not going to give us anything. We're going to have to maybe take part of the contracts and maybe if someone's making Adames is $34 million. You're going to have to at least pay 10, maybe up to 15 million for someone to take it, because it's so long. And you're going to have to give up players. The other thing is, guys, we all bring up Eldridge, okay? Last year, I know it was only a cup of tea. He got his feet wet, but it was 6 weeks. I was not happy. Again, people got to realize AAA, the pitching is not that good, or they'd be in the majors. Eric always brings this up. It's such a difference between a curveball in AAA and a curveball in the pros. So I want you guys to keep people that keep saying, bring him up, bring him up, bring him up, bring him up. When he bats 200, when he struggles, just be used to that. The guy's not going to come in and be a sensation. Okay.
Correct.
We went through the same crap last year, right? Where we all said, oh my God, press conference, he's coming up. I'm actually more excited with Jesus because we haven't seen him. And I think his ceiling's bigger. and we need someone like him. The other thing is, other people I would try to trade is maybe look right now, maybe someone like Casey. Casey's not making much money. He's got a small contract. You can probably get something for him than one of these big veterans that are making the money. But you got to start thinking that way. The other thing with Lee right now is starting to hit. He's spraying the ball. He's on his high ceiling. That's when you want to get rid of him. Knowing the Giants are going to wait till the last second and not get enough. But you got to start thinking now. This team's not going anywhere. So you got to start thinking of the future. You're not going to be able to trade them all one day, but little bits and pieces. They got to
think of the future, Lou. They got to think of the future. And again, we go back to the offseason. Do you think Robbie Ray's going to be here next year? No. So for every step we take forward thinking that we're going to get better, we're only going to get worse next year. You got a rise on a 1-year deal. Do you think he's coming back to this mess? I don't think so. You're going to lose Robbie Ray. So where does the team – you got to hope.
There you go.
Dreams. You got to hope these guys that do come up. And Lou, to your point, as much as I want to make deals, I want a clean house, I want a fresh new product, it's the only thing you can do.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You know what's going to happen?
What Lou said, Lou nailed it. Our chat, our fan base, our organization, they think that all these players are oh my God, Patrick Bailey's the greatest defense. Then why did nobody want him? Why does nobody want him? That trade with Devers last year, oh my God, we're giving up Harrison, we're giving up this, we're taking on the big money. None of those players matter anymore. But, oh my God, look at all the players we're giving up. They're put on a pedestal here, Lou. They're put on a pedestal like they're like this glorious shining, like the light of Jesus is shining upon them on a Sunday.
I'll tell you what. Talking about guys being traded, these are the guys that I would not be surprised. Arise, again, on a 1-year deal.
Yep.
Ray, he's walking next year. He's still he's pitching really well. Jung-Hoo Lee, now he still has a couple of years of control, so you'd be able to get quite a bit for him.
Trade him now. Then trade them now, Eric.
Hold on 1 second. Right and then who's the other guy? There was someone else I was thinking of. I think I think it's going to be that Ramos may be a guy. You know why? Because this is his last year of arbitration. So if you don't want to pay a free agent, then you could trade him. So those are 4 guys that the Giants could trade at the trade deadline and see what happens. Now, as far as trading now, maybe they're starting to field calls, but I still think it's going to be too early as far as that's concerned. Because again, to do a trade, it takes 2 to tango. Now at the end of May, when they're freaking wherever the hell they are, well, then you're going to start probably seeing something. I would not be surprised if you start hearing some stuff at the end of May if it continues to be pretty horrendous. But we don't know. We're not fortune tellers. I just don't like what I'm seeing. But those are the 4 that I think that could highly be possibly being traded. Do I think they trade Webb? I don't know, man. If that one has more implications, not necessarily with the players that you could get back and such. Granted, you could get quite a bit. But the oh my God, I mean, it's already bad as it is. There, pitchforks and freaking torches are going to be coming out in San Francisco.
But Eric, if you want to make a deal, you've got to. If you want to get better, you've got to deal players that are worth getting something for. That is Logan Webb. Yeah. And do you think, Lou, why wouldn't you trade Webb? I've said it for years now, and everybody laughs. You know you can still get something for Webb, but he's not an ace. No, he's not really. He's below 500. He's not a 500 pitcher for us. He makes the all-star teams with records each year of, and I know we go down this road, Eric. It's not about the record, but right now, what is our record, Eric?
Shit.
Is he helping the team pitching? As Eric said, something's wrong with him this year. Yeah. You got to get rid of him now because you know what's going to happen? And Eric, you keep spotting he's not the same pitcher. And you're not going to say the WBC, he's just not the same. All these innings are catching up. He's 1 start away of getting injured. And then guess what happened? You can't trade him for nothing. Yeah. And the team's not winning with him. So get rid of him because the other thing is you got to try to get people now because you're going to lose Ray.
Well, here's the thing.
You're going to lose both.
But here's the thing. And JB makes a great point. says they're not trading and pitching until deadline. You've got to pitch 162 games. Ray and Webb aren't going anywhere. And I'll tell you why. There's a reason why. Because if you trade them now, are you going to get back what you can? Or do you wait till the deadline when everybody is going to be trying to, and the price is going to go up? Okay, this team is offering this much. Okay, this team is offering this. And if they start matching, well, then you try to get this much. If you sell now, or if you try to trade now, you have no leverage. Absolutely no leverage whatsoever. If you wait until the deadline, when teams are scrambling, they need starting pitching. They'll need an outfielder, right? We don't have a bullpen piece to trade, so that's going to be out the window. But you're going to be able to get more back if you wait. If you do it now, it's just, I think you're just being a little bit premature. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't trade. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't think the timing is right. Because why? What's the purpose of getting young guys now? The season's lost.
Yeah,
if you're going to be trading for prospects, that's all for a year or two.
I completely agree, but I'm going to go by Robert. Robert, he's 29 years old and he's still in his prime. That's why you want to trade him now. And you want to trade him this year. Okay? You don't realize he's been in the organization 11 years, Robert. 11 years he's been with the Giants. From the draft, being in there, that arm only has so much to go. And with him, don't give a shit if he's in his prime. If he's right, the last 5 years with his starts, they're under 500. They're under 500 with him. So who cares if he's in his prime? He's not winning for us. Do what's best for him and go.
And I'll tell you what, Hypeflix says Yankees might buy. Here's the problem. Guys, don't forget. I have to bring this up every time. Chapman and Adames have no trade clauses. They control their destiny. They have all the leverage, and every team understands that. The Giants have to go to the player and say, hey, by the way, you'd have to do this after just a couple of years ago, extending them or signing them and say, hey, I know we gave you a no trade, but could you do us a solid and lifting that no trade? And they're going to go, okay, where am I going? And we want to trade you to the Reds. I don't want to go to Cincinnati. No. So he's not going to lift it. So now the Giants are screwed in who they can talk to. It's going to be a very limited amount of teams that they can go to. And then that team, what do you think that team's going to do? Oh, we know Chapman has a freaking no trade. So we're just going to give you this. They're going to lowball you. And then you're stuck. You're stuck. That's the part that sucks with the no trade. The club who's trying to trade them have no control. But you're gonna,
you can't blame Buster.
That's Buster that did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lou was away last week. Eric? I want to shine some positivity in the world.
Oh, okay.
Lou, I want to shine some positivity. Lou, watch. I have a new friend. His name is Wilmer Flores. Okay. I got Wilmer Flores Jr. beating up Phil today. He's been an agitator. But watch. Eric and I were doing a little research on the show the other day. Watch this, Lou. Eric, you know where I'm going with this, I hope.
Oh, yeah, with the AI, that was pretty good.
Hey, Wilmer, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. How about you? Everything good on your end?
Well, my San Francisco Giants lost today, but, I watched it on TV. I'm just curious. When the Giants are playing and people are coming in and asking you questions for your opinion, where do you send them after the game for the best sports coverage?
Yeah, I totally get that. I still send them over to Giants Sports Talk Live. They've got great post-game breakdowns and a really engaged fan base, so it's usually my top pick.
That's why we love you, baby. Have a good day.
Right back at you. You have a great day too, and if anything else Giants pops up, you know where to find me.
And all the best to you from Eric and Lou. They're both here with me.
Awesome. Please give my best to Eric and Lou as well. I really appreciate it. If you guys ever want to chat more Giants or anything else, I'm here.
So there you go. There you go, Lou. Can you beat that? How about it?
At least somebody believes in us. Not the Giants. Believes in Giants Sports Talk Live. Even though he's artificial, at least we have one real fan.
Oh, man. Good Lord, man.
Yeah, but that wasn't I didn't set that up. Dude, as artificial as the answer wasn't artificial. It's just, hey, if people go in there from around the world talking Giants, he goes, why not head over to Giant Sports Talk Live? Because they're good.
All right, here, let me look and see what we got coming up tomorrow, because I'm ready to get the hell out. I've had enough.
Eric, you know how to. Eric works his magic with the videos and the. I'm more the audio. I work in the audio component section. Eric's in the video section. Lou brought up, the pretzel again today. There he is. I think you could superimpose Arai's head on that body because of the fantastic pretzel-like moves he's made at second.
He's been great.
Lou, they said he couldn't play. Oh, my God, he's got the range of a Wilmer Flores. Well, didn't know what they were talking about when they came to that, did they? He's been making remarkable plays at second base. He's saved Bailey's butt 101 times already. We're only into the third day of May. Arise, great deal by Buster Posey. The only problem is it's 1 year, and it's overshadowed by all the crap that's already in the hopper.
I mean, here it was. What was it, Friday night, where the Giants got 5 hits and he was 3 for 4? Was that Friday night?
That was yesterday. That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday's game.
3 hits yesterday.
3 hits. And the thing is, if you look at the Giants right now, Casey's had a great start to the year. Great start. Probably, one of our most effective hitters, and Arias. But can you tell me anybody else that's come through offensively?
No one right now. Jung-Hoo Lee's had moments. Jung-Hoo Lee
had moments, a few moments. Yeah. And, you take Bailey's shot, he gets his 1 shot a year. When you take that homer away, that was dramatic, I admit. What else has he done?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I just want to bring it up. So it's not just the whole team. If you take those 2 guys away, it's the whole entire organization, everything. The ballpark's not full. They were lucky they had the Yankees the first weekend. They were also lucky they had the Dodgers in town. But now you guys are going to see the true Giants fans are either going to be not going to the ballpark. They'd rather listen to us, morning show or night show. But we're going to see, as Glenn says, with the Valkyries in town, it's going to be tough to draw when the team's not exciting. I think Glenn brought it up. Right now, they're stale. It's amazing. This road trip, usually when they go on the road, I get excited. But you know what? I would check on it. I know I was doing other stuff with the Kentucky Derby and everything. But you know what? Oh, the Giants are playing. Normally I'm like, the call to the post. Where normally it's like, hey, Giants show up at 9:30. All right, I need to make sure I'm in front of my TV at 9:25. So I have my stuff. I'm ready for the game. I just don't feel like that right now. It's one of those things. It's bad.
You know what? I want to bring up one thing before Eric gets ready to shut it down. I think he's leaning in that direction. We didn't even get to the tail of the tape today.
Why?
But one of the issues I have with the ball club, Lou, is while you were away, it's continued throughout the month into May. We only drew 2 walks today. We're not forcing the opposition's pitcher to go deep into his arsenal. He's going 5-6 innings and throwing 40, 50 pitches. You're not going to wear out a starting pitcher. It's not going to tax their bullpen. It's not just our lack of hits. It's everything we do wrong. We're not taking pitches. If at this point, I'd send them out there and say, you're going to take pitches until there's 2 strikes on you, and we'll deal with it then. Because 2 walks is not going to end up in a walks manufacture runs just as much as anything else. And when you got 2 a game, I mean, we're last in almost every category.
Yeah, offensively here. I got one question, and then I'll let you guys talk. They keep talking about Susac. When Susac's healthy, what are you going to do? You're not going to keep 3 catchers. And to tell you the truth, I believe what's his name?
Go back down to minors.
Hack, right? Yeah, but Hack's hitting better than Bailey.
He is,
and his defense is decent. So you're gonna do a guy that's come up and done the job, and because another guy comes up, he's gonna be demoted.
Bailey's our guy, though. Rah rah rah.
All right,
it may not be. Maybe they make. Who knows? Let me share this again. This is what we got going on tomorrow. Again, undecided for the Giants. Randy Vasquez is going for the Padres. He's 3-0 with a 2.9 ERA, 1.1 WHIP. He's been pretty good. When you got a sub-3 ERA, you're doing something right. So it's not going to be easy for the Giants tomorrow night, guys.
That chases me to the under for tomorrow again.
Yeah, and you got to remember the Giants have a 5-hour flight home.
Yep.
You know, they got to get used to the time difference. It's going to be really, really tough.
It's not going to be, and not only that, the Padres are playing really good baseball.
Yep.
Dude, I was only 2 hours out of the time zone over in Hawaii. Man, that screws you up when ball games are starting at 6:35 in the morning. Dude, good call, Lou. Don't underestimate going coast to coast and getting back into playing shape. Unfortunately for Eric, we will be doing this again tomorrow. It is not a day off. We're right back into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Eric. We're going into that homestand. What do you expect? We get the Padres and the Pirates.
No expectations right now. It's just a clean slate. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to even try it because the way that they're playing baseball, I can't even tell you it's no expectations. If they win, great. If they lose, okay. That's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at now because it's not fun. It's not fun baseball to even watch. No. It's the way that I've said this to a few people. It's not necessarily the wins and losses. It's the competitiveness of what I'm watching, and it just seems pathetic right now. And I can't. It's hard to watch.
The tail of the tape today. It was just not worth it.
It's horrible. They didn't strike out a lot. I think they only struck out 5 times, but they just couldn't get no freaking runs across. A lot of fly balls, a lot of line shots.
I think 1 for 11 in runner scoring position. We had guys at second, 3 innings with no outs, and they never even got to third.
Never even got to third. I know.
We struck out 4 times, Eric. So good call on your behalf. But who struck out half of those?
Yeah, Devers had a bad game. I mean, he had a double.
Bad game. He's had a bad career as a Giant, man. This is terrible.
He had a double, and then he drew a walk, and I'm like, okay, that's good. And then this next 2 at bats. So it is what it is, man.
But he was 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Yeah,
doing that once a week. It's no good.
It's the same thing with the Damas. Hey, Damas, same thing with the Damas. Look, Devers hit a double. Did he get to third base? Damas hit a double. Did he get to third base? And both of those doubles came with only 1 out. And they
lead off the inning.
Or no, well, I thought Adamas there was 1 out, wasn't there?
Okay, then I thought there were 3 doubles, 1 with 1 out, and 2 with no outs.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
We couldn't even steal a win. We couldn't even steal the win today, Lou. Did you watch the 9th inning? That game should have been over. Chapman, I don't know how he played hot potato. He made the catch. Bob throws home. Like that was like a master class in luck. And we what? I mean, then you we got.
He won't admit it, but I don't think he knew how many outs there were because he caught it and he stepped on the base. Maybe. It was an automatic 3 outs, and then he throws home.
It's possible.
So it's one of those things. The one good thing we got to look forward to them coming home is if you are at the game on Tuesday night, Cinco de Mayo, come down, say hello. In fact, I'm going to be with Enrique so you can meet him live. Since some of you guys are too scared to go to Tommy's after what happened, the meet and greet and the night that me and Glenn first went. It's fine. We'll take care of it. And I will do a little personal video of us two saying hello to you guys. And then of course, tomorrow night, the post-game show. And of course, Tuesday night, we'll do the post-game show and hopefully a little bit better luck.
Lou, it's got to get better. What was the highlight of my 2025 season? Do you remember, Lou? What was the highlight of 2025?
Sitting in my seats, telling everybody I know my boy's going to hit a homer. And then me and Eric went to get a beer. We came back. We missed the homer, and all of a sudden you got the ball.
Yeah,
good call, but I was leaning.
It was a Tuesday night.
I was leaning more toward the Sunday afternoon. I got to hang out with my buddy, my boy, and I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go cuddle up on the bed, watch some. I think it's Sunday night. I got some Columbo and Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew Mysteries coming up. I'm going old school tonight.
Hardy Boys, Sean Cassidy. Buddy. Yeah, bring back the crab. Sean Cassidy, by the way, is touring, Glenn. One of the Hardy Boys is touring again. Sean Cassidy.
Yep. Yeah, he was in the Bay Area about a month ago. I couldn't make the concert. I was thinking about going.
Yeah.
He's close friends with Valerie Bertinelli, who made an appearance in one of the, I think it was season 2 episode, second to last episode.
Of course, Valerie, who is married to Eddie Van Halen and had a great show, One Day at a Time. So,
and what did they name their child?
Wolfgang Halen.
And he's pretty talented too.
Van Halen, yeah. Wolfgang, very talented.
All right, let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Every girl in the world. There's the guy you want to bring home to mom.
We'll see you tomorrow night. What time?
It's good to be back, guys. Yeah, I think it's 35. So somewhere around 9:30, 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
somewhere around there. And Giants don't lose. See ya.
Who's in?
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.